Tanni Grey-Thompson, a prominent Paralympian and TV presenter, recently faced a distressing situation at King's Cross Station in London. Despite being a wheelchair user, she was left without assistance when her train arrived, forcing her to crawl off the train on her own. The incident occurred when Grey-Thompson's train arrived at the station at 22:02, but no station staff were present to help her disembark. She sent a series of increasingly panicked tweets to London North Eastern Railway (LNER), expressing her frustration and desperation. Initially, cleaning staff were on board but were unable to assist due to insurance limitations. Eventually, she resorted to crawling off the train at 22:17, 15 minutes after her arrival. She had to move all her belongings onto the platform by herself. Grey-Thompson shared her experience online, which sparked outrage among the public, with many criticizing the train company for failing to provide the necessary assistance to a disabled passenger. LNER has since issued an apology, stating that they are investigating the incident and are in contact with Grey-Thompson to address the situation. The incident has highlighted ongoing challenges faced by disabled passengers in the UK's public transport system. The Mirror. Baroness Tanni Grey-Thompson was forced to crawl off our train arriving at London's King's Cross. Speaking to BBC Radio 4's Today programme, the former Paralympian said she had initially booked assistance to help her off the 1915 train from Leeds but missed it and went on the 1945, as she journeyed to Paris for the Paralympics. She said she should have been helped off, but after waiting for 20 minutes, no one arrived, so she had to try to disembark herself. LNER has said it is investigating what happened and said it was sorry to understand there was an issue at the station. Baroness Grey-Thompson said, "There was no one there to meet me and I waited 5 minutes before putting anything on social media because you're meant to leave 5 minutes." After 16 minutes of waiting at King's Cross, there was no one in sight. There were a couple of cleaners, but they're not insured or able to help me off. So I decided that I would crawl off the train. I'm going to Paris later today. I've got a few bags. I chucked them on the platform. I had to get out of my chair, sit on the floor by the door, which is not pleasant, and then crawl off. Although she went on the later train, she had a contract to be met at the other end. Legally, I am allowed to turn up and ask to get on a train. We were meant to have level boarding in the UK on January 1, 2020 under the Disability and Discrimination Act, but government has kicked the can down the road. I can just about get off the train if I need to, but there are loads of people that can't. I can't really crawl but sit on the floor and drag my legs. There was no one around and I was very angry last night. If the train manager hadn't seen me crawling off, I would have had to pull the emergency cord and I would have delayed the train going north. An LNER spokesperson said, "We are sorry to understand there has been an issue at London King's Cross Station on Monday evening. We are in the process of investigating this and are in contact with the customer directly."